pump, it was only 3 seconds. And that didn't give me enough time to turn the key and run back to the wheel. So I got a buddy helping me, he's gonna be able to turn the key for me. So I got the probes already in, and whenever you're ready. I got 12 volts there. That's good. Excellent. Do it one more time, but not as many. Just one more click than that. Yep, 12.1, great. Okay, cool. So now we can move to the fuel pump and see if it's the fuel pump that is the problem or not. So I've got the back cleaned up pretty good, and fuel pump access is right here. This is going to be those 6 DC screws. One of those yellow clips. Well, it looks burnt out here. Most likely it's going to be the fuel pump itself, but we're going to put the meter on this end now, turn the key again, and see if the 12 volts comes all the way back here or not. Got the meter here. Now we know. The fuel pump is shot. Good to know. About. And it's not just the motor that's bad, it's the whole pump is bad. In fact, all the gas that's in the tank is bad. So even though I got a new fuel pump here, I'm not going to be putting that in instead. So let's get started draining this fuel. All right, fuel tank drained. That was a lot of pumping. So, I mean, obviously I'm done for tonight, but before I go, let's take a look inside and see that there's still a little bit of varnish. So tomorrow morning I'm probably going to want to clean that out with a rag, but the fuel was not as bad as I thought. Definitely some varnish into it though, so good idea to have drained it. And let's take a look at what we got. Can't get you guys all the way in, but you can see there's still some varnish to be cleaned. And we will definitely be taking care of that in the morning, because I'm too tired. So, microfiber rags may be lint free, but my paper towels I was using were like, they give you lint for free. So I'm gonna take a tack rag and clean up the inside of the gas tank. Day number 3. Gas tank is clean, fuel pump is in, battery's in. I put 4 more gallons in. Not yet primed it or nothing. I just wanted to get that stuff out of the way. I actually did film the fuel pump going in. That gave me a little bit of a trouble. But I think we're ready. All right, first start in over 5 years. Now remember, this was in a field at my buddy's house for at least 5 years before we got our hands on it. So, not too bad. So, there we go. She started. First time in over 5 years. Didn't maybe sound the best, but sure did fire up right away after we primed it a few times. So, that's definitely a good feeling. Just gonna keep on going forward from here, so stay tuned for more. Okay, so we heard it start, we heard it not sound too good. My theory right now is that the oil pump has lost its prime. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take the distributor off and see if we can't prime that oil pump and then put the distributor cap back on. So first things first is you want to find your spark plug cylinder 1. That's going to be this right here. So I'm going to grab a marker and mark that. Come in here. This is cylinder 1. That looks pretty good. So, we can pop our cap off. Now what we'll have to do is, what we're looking for is our rotor, which is, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but take off our HT lead here. Our cylinder number 1. Right. Now that we got the cap off, we can see our rotor is not facing towards our mark for cylinder 1, which is right here. So what we'll do now is we'll we'll just crank the motor over by hand and just line that rotor up. Okay, that's right at about where we need it to be. Get a little bit more. That's her. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll go in and remove this nut. That's going to be on a bracket, securing the distributor in place. It's a little bit tricky because of how tight everything is in here, but got me a ratchet wrench. Probably if I took the fan off, it'd be a little bit easier, but who doesn't like a good challenge, right? All right, now that that's good and loose, finish that up by hand. Oh, yeah. Cool. So now that she's loose, bracket's off. You spun it, you popped it a little bit free, you just prise on it, and she'll come right out. Watch out for those clips. So we got our amplifier unplugged, our vacuum line off. This is what we're after here. This right here is what drives the oil pump. Cam drives the distributor. Distributor drives the oil pump. And right now we're thinking no prime. So there's a tool to put in this hole here to line up on the oil pump side of things that will attach to a drill, and that's how we'll achieve our prime. Okay, here we go. We got our drill with our special attachment for the oil pump. Make sure we're going in the right direction. We are. Right, got our drill in with our connection specially made for the oil pump on, and we will get to priming. So essentially what we're doing here is we're just spinning the oil pump like what the distributor would do if it was connected to the cam, and this way we don't have to worry about trying to like turn the motor over with the key or anything like that. Now I'm not really sure how long this is going to take, so I'll probably just do this for like a minute. Kick it up a gear. Cool. So that's probably primed, I think. And all that's left to do now is just put everything back together. So let's get to it. So I put it together off film and we're ready to fire it up.